Hey guys, it's Neil and welcome to Hardcore Linux. Linux operating system is often considered as a third operating system on PC platforms. Along with Windows and MacOS, there are many distributions for different use cases. Whether you are after an OS that's designed for desktop, laptop, workstation, servers, or maybe gaming, there is a distro out there for everyone. Here, I am going to give you a list of 5 best Linux distributions for beginners, in my opinion. So, let's get started. Linux Mint. Linux Mint is one of my personal favorites. It is elegant, graceful, and provides a superior computing experience out of the box. Linux Mint features Cinnamon desktop environment as their flagship edition. New users who are still in the process of getting themselves with the Linux software will find Cinnamon very useful. All the software are very accessibly grouped under categories, although this is nothing of mind-blowing features to new users who don't know the names of Linux software. This is a huge bonus. Mint is fast, runs fine on older computers with accessibly desktop environment. Linux Mint is built upon the rock-solid Ubuntu base. Ubuntu pushes software for general-only use after extensive testing. This means users will not have to deal with unexpected crashes and glitches. On number 2, we got Manjaro Linux KDE. Manjaro has an extremely beginner-friendly installation process. A lot of things are automated like driver installation using hardware detection. Manjaro usually neglects the hardware driver hassles that torments a lot of other Linux distributions. And even if you face any issues, Manjaro has an amazing community support. Manjaro has its own software repos which maintains the latest softwares. While providing up-to-date software to users is a priority, guaranteed stability is not at all compromised. This is one of the prime difference between Arch and Manjaro. Manjaro delays package releases to make sure they are absolutely stable and no regression will be caused. On number 3, we have Elementary OS. Since we look at Linux Mint, a Linux distribution for Windows users, let's swing by something for Mac users too. Elementary OS is very quickly rose to fame and now it always included in the top list of distros. Elementary OS is based on Ubuntu, which means the operating system itself is unquestionably stable. Elementary OS features the Pantheon desktop environment. You can immediately notice its look very similar to Mac OS desktop. So, there is an advantage to Mac users switching to Linux as they will be much comfortable with the desktop, and this really erases the process of copying to this change. In number 4, I selected Xubuntu. Xubuntu uses Ubuntu as its core. I personally use Xubuntu in my main PC since it's simple at the same time powerful. There is basically no difference between Ubuntu and Xubuntu. I prefer Xubuntu since XFCE is lightweight than GNOME or GNOME, which is Ubuntu's default desktop environment since Ubuntu 18.04. But I think new users will feel more comfortable in XFCE desktop environment since it follows a traditional desktop experience. XFCE uses fairly simple graphical software manager, which will be appreciable by new users. And in the 5th position, we got MX Linux. Describing itself as a mid-weight Linux distribution, MX Linux runs like a dream even on lower-end PCs. It is fairly minimum startup and its fairly minimum starting setup makes it a favorite among developers. Yes, its default XFCE environment may look a little dated next to more renewed distributions like Ubuntu, but there is something to be said for keeping things simple. The important stuff is never more than a couple of clicks away in MX Linux. The taskbar brings up a menu of MX tools which includes critical things like PC maintenance and setup options for your system sound and keyboard. The base installation of MX Linux includes a solid bunch of packages that will include Firefox, VLC, LibreOffice and GIMP. And of course, you can get more through the Synaptic Package Manager, which will point you to the package repos for MX Linux. Since MX Linux is based on Debian stable, it will be highly stable. So those are the top 5 distributions for beginners in my opinion. And that's it for this video guys. I hope you liked that video. If you guys do, give it a thumbs up, share, and please subscribe. And always thanks a lot for watching. It's Hardcore Linux signing off. Peace guys.